Howdy. Some 2 months ago, there has been some geomagnetic activity here. Uh, it came as a surprise to many, also to NASA. I didn't expect anything, especially not at this magnitude. So that's the original picture, and that's the enhanced. And here you can very nicely see how it is basically a vertical structure. And it lasted for something 45 minutes or something, and it was amazing. I haven't ever seen such a display of auroras, personally. For some reason, they don't really appear where I live. Probably it has to do something with the surface conductivity anomaly. I don't know. My last video was about something I found on YouTube, and I found another thing. It's about the same, about plasma. These are Aurora Borealis, which are basically visible Birkeland currents, which connects Earth to the Sun and the Sun to the center of the galaxy, or to whatever it connects. If we have geomagnetic activity such as Aurora Borealis, they get visible. In my logo, there is a Squatterman. Yeah, this was several hours of work drawing that. And it has somewhat Birkeland currentish features and stuff. It's no coincidence. There's a quick read about the Squatterman. Many symbolic patterns around the world can now be seen as variations of the global Squatterman or Stickman, first documented by plasma scientist Anthony Peratt. They are stylized derivations of a plasma discharge configuration seen in the ancient sky. The squatter or stickman figure is a ubiquitous symbol found in nearly every culture. It is often confused with a crude, distorted version of the human form. Some cultures speak of it as the big red man in the heavens. Below is a simple illustration of a three-dimensional plasma discharge from appearing above ancient sky worshippers, inspiring a vast array of mythical interpretations. The laboratory-verified configuration includes a transparent champagne glass from above, a transparent hollow donut, when seen edge-on, and the squashed bell from below, all joined by an axial spine running down from the head of the figure. When appearing in the heavens, this plasma discharge column, the axis mundi of world mythology, evolved through a series of plasma instabilities, documented in high-energy laboratory experiments seen here in our examples, left to right from Armenia, United Arab Emirates, Spain, Arizona, and Guyana. As we have noted in previous pictures of the day, a columnar discharge current breaks up into a string of sausage-like cells, as we have seen in the previous video. Usually 7 to 9 in number, which evolve into donut-like ring currents, toroids, which we also have seen in the previous video. The stacked toroids flatten into disks and their edges fold away from the disk plane, upward in top toroids and downward in the bottom ones. The form that we see as Stickman is the culmination of a late phase as a number of the flattened toroids fold up to form the stickman's head. This squatting figure is one of the more stable, longer-lasting plasma instabilities. And in this phase, it was the brightest and most terrifying component in a configuration of stunning impact in human imagination. The discharge form was recorded on stone by all human communities that witnessed it, and it influenced sacred designs across several millennia. See, for example, the Chinese longevity symbol. Often, as in the colorful images above, the designs will explain themselves through comparative analysis, but it is also helpful to remember that the configuration was visually alive. The arms of the celestial figure, for example, were not stationary but dynamic toruses, wrapping or folding upward, then downward, then upward again. The archetypal form can be seen in widely varied compositions, and as plasma discharge experts would be the first to point out, this includes innumerable secondary design elements, including the bipolar Thunderbolt, loosely indicated in the Navajo rock design. David Talbot, Velos Thornhill, Michael Armstrong. I touched also this theme in my paper. According to the Kalevala, the bird lays 7x, 6 made out of gold and 1 made out of iron. The sky was believed to be the heaven which was supported by a column at the North Pole, below the North Star. Structure of the world according to Finnish mythology, source Wikipedia on the left, and on the right, depiction of an intense auroral funnel. The figures show both downflowing and upflowing Birkeland currents contained with 2 concentric sheets. Oblique upward view, side view, barely discernible at the lower center are the C-pinch instabilities. There's more Perrat instabilities, and there's also about the stickman, Squatterman, because they are also found in Finland. Examples of different types of human figures in Finnish rock art. The two dot-headed anthropomorphs with raised hands and legs crossed at Juusjärvi. A phallic male with a dot-shaped head. B. Yeah, a phallic man. So this is the way Finland or Finnish archaeologists interpret those figures. And note, this is made in 2008. And Anthony Perrat's work emerged in 2003. Despite I think it got made much earlier, but it was just not available for the public. But nonetheless, there would have been 5 years for a professional to figure that out, that somebody figured that out already. I just figured out that someone didn't figure it out. So, we are still talking about cosmic pillars, depictions of an intense auroral funnel, hence Birkeland currents. So we might go over quickly to the Birkeland current simulator, which I don't know, that's pretty new, I think. That's not on the internet for too long. That's a Birkeland current. It's a little bit difficult to navigate here. And that's now all stretched out. Here on the left, you can play around. But somehow I think the extrude the lowest is the easiest. Here you can see how you can extrude it on both directions. You can zoom in, you can spin it around, you can watch it from straight ahead. An intense auroral funnel. A Birkeland current. You can speed it up a bit so you can see the moving of the different layers. Energy goes in both directions. Both directions at the same time. So now let's check out some video I found. Maybe two. Let's see. Until now we just had basically theory, ancient mythology and stuff like that. And I'm really glad that we have this kind of computer technique stuff nowadays with algorithms and all this kind of stuff. So YouTube really knows what I like. So it seemed to search for me stuff like this. And he basically uses a magnet at the bottom. And this is why I think that's important. That's the surface conductivity anomaly over Scandinavia, or in Scandinavia, in the ground. And they took the page down after I wrote them. So I'm glad I had some screenshots I can play around. And we have, I think, the red ones are positive and the blue ones are negative. So they will spin in a certain direction according to their polarity. So whatever we were talking about until now about the Squatterman and these kind of things, intense auroral funnels, about spinning and all these kind of things, it is all scalable, like in really big scales, cosmological scales, and Earth is just a really small piece of the whole. And like I mentioned earlier, there is an unimaginable amount of energy providable from the universe. And I found this pattern I found this surface conductivity anomaly because I was watching weather. And I noticed some pattern in the weather. And I tried to figure out what is creating this pattern. And that's the thing I found. And it is very interesting. Probably I should start to make some videos about this again. Or whatsoever. But now let's have a look at the video. Magnetron. There is the magnets, aluminium between. Sorry for the interruption, but I thought the quality is really low, but I cannot do anything, so let's just check it out. You can almost see Squatterman. Now it probably changes the polarity and the pattern will be totally different. Here you see the northern lights in a way, how they are rotating. But since that's a laboratory experiment, it doesn't move around like Earth does. Yeah, that's another video. I just wanted to share that too. That's really amazing. Like I said, we had these ancient tales and pictures and texts and stuff. And just think about scalability. That's something really amazing. Yeah. This is how the world works. That's amazing. I leave it here. I have to watch them still many times. That's something really impressive. Thanks. Bye.